There are certain aspects of life that you cannot control. You might not be able to control your height anymore because, you've grown past that age. You might not be able to control how intelligent you are, and that's perfectly fine. All you can do is just make the most out of things. So welcome to day 169 of my 365-day series. I'm Glorporous and I think out loud while playing Minecraft. So for today, I was thinking just, get the old helmet to actually get a proper enchantment and probably just decorate this entire area to look a whole lot more better, and that's gonna take a while, so I'm just gonna skip past all of that stuff. Honestly, this might take a while. I certainly hope not. You know what? I might as well just talk about how things have been going. So, yesterday I talked about how life can have bad things, Bad things are bound to happen. And the only thing you can do is to make the most out of it. Now, how exactly do I plan to expand on that video? Basically, I am trying to make do with what I can. Actually, let me talk about this in a sort of nerdy way. I have a very old laptop. Specifically, it's an HP Pavilion X360. So basically, you can rotate around like the whole, like a full circle, basically. And it's very old. And I'm using another laptop now, which is the Flow X16. And what I'm trying to do is to repurpose this old laptop into a basically multi-purpose server, so I can watch movies from it. I can also access my home network from it. So let's say I'm going somewhere and I want to maybe access this laptop that I'm using right now. I could just open up my phone and connect with the VPN and access my laptop from there. So it's very neat. And I could also host a Minecraft server with my friends. And how exactly does this relate to anything? I think there are a lot of things that can happen in life, right? You might have somewhere or something that's very old and you don't really use that frequently anymore. And I think rather than just brushing it off as the past, you can use it in the present. So, I don't know, this is sort of a niche topic. It's very difficult to explain, or maybe I'm just not the best at articulating. But right now, I'm in a phase where I'm trying to make use of the past, trying to make use of all of the tools that I have in my house, and repurposing all of it to actually function, in an actually useful way. And that was one of the examples. And at the same time, I'm also trying to make use of my time. My time is limited. Everyone's time is limited. Everyone's going to die. It's only a matter of when. And I plan on being more efficient with it. As of right now, I'm recording at, I don't even know, this might be like 7 p.m. where I live right now, and that's a really good thing, honestly. I am proud to record a video at 7 p.m. And now, why exactly does this matter? Why is this relevant? Because some people just brush off time. They don't realize how important of an aspect it is to their life. And honestly, I think this whole video is just about making use of things. Now, I'm making use of my time, exploring all of my hobbies, and I'm also trying to expand my brain. Maybe that's a not so good way to phrase it, but basically, I am trying to challenge myself a little bit more. Now, I've mentioned this before, but I'll say it again. There's a specific part of the brain called the AMCC. Now, this part of the brain is responsible for your willpower. You know, if you want to do something, that particular part of the brain is the sole reason you want to do things. Now, the way to train it is to simply do harder things every single time you do something more difficult. You know what? I'll take it. That's decent. So basically, almost all of my armor has protection 4 now. I just need to maybe re-enchant my diamond chestplate. So yeah, more grinding. Alright, now we're here. I should probably just talk more about this topic. Now, I want to make use of a lot of things. I think it's actually kind of fun to take things that seem seemingly useless and turn them into something that actually benefits me, you know. And I think this could help me out in a lot of ways. First of all, I could turn this into a sort of case study and maybe publish it online. I don't know how to do that. It's probably going to be very difficult, but I don't know if it's going to be worth my time either. But anyway, I'm just gonna do it because I need to try new things out. And I think this is also sort of unrelated, but it is also related. This Minecraft world has probably, I don't know, hours of gameplay, and I feel like I could be doing a whole lot more. I'm not making the best use of my time, I'm not making the best use of my Minecraft resources, and I think the best way for me to start doing things is to accomplish something every single day. Jeez, I'm stuttering a lot. And I think what I'm thinking right now is my final build in this entire area is going to be a slanted barn in this area, and then maybe have a little shed, like this is the shed, and then this is the farmland where we're gonna put some chickens and some sheep and some pigs actually, and maybe this area as well. So the whole area is gonna be filled, and then we're gonna put a gate, and lastly we're gonna put a little hot air balloon up here. Now that hot air balloon is going to mark me being complete with this entire build, and then I'll be able to move on. So why exactly is this relevant? I think making plans for the future is also really important. You know, making use of your time isn't simply something you do in the present moment, but rather something that you need to plan ahead of. Like, for example, think to yourself right now, what do you think you're going to be doing in a year from now? Where will you be? What will you be doing? Who will you be talking to? And most importantly, how do you think you will feel? Disappointed? Happy? Glad? Angry? Whatever it is, it's I'm not trying to encourage overthinking, especially because I myself am an overthinker. I think to myself about bad situations a lot. I think about past regrets and whatever. I think about what the future might hold for me, and it's sort of terrifying sometimes. And the best way to manage is to simply accept that reality is not really predictable. It's unpredictable. And the best you can do is your best. I think I've literally said this before in the previous video, but then again, a lot of my topics are recurring, and I think as long as I keep straying, as long as I prevent myself from straying away from this path and trying to improve myself day by day, I think I'm gonna improve. And also, I've been coding a lot more, I've been 3D modeling, I've also been reading. I'm planning to write, but it's sort of difficult, so we're not gonna mark that for now. And I've also been trying to draw. Drawing is very difficult, but again, I think here's another aspect of life. Things don't have to be inherently useful. I think I was thinking to myself about this story the other day. I made a new story entirely in my head, and I think this is also very well known. You know, this is sort of common sense for certain people, but trying to think more about this specific topic is important. You know, I'm a teenager. There are certain aspects of life I may have not explored yet, and one of them is how art isn't helpful. Creativity isn't always innovation. You know, I think innovation is like when you turn something and make it more smooth. Art isn't always smooth. As a matter of fact, I would probably argue that art is the opposite. You know, you spend hours at a time just creating something that, you know, might serve no purpose other than just to look at for a while and to just make yourself think. But things don't also have to be useful. You know, it's just sort of deriving meaning from stuff. Okay, I think I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but this is a lot for me to talk about. This is a lot for me to take in, and I think I'm gonna re-enchant this chest plate, and I'm just gonna accept whatever enchantment I get, and I'm gonna move on, and I'm gonna start building this little building that I've been meaning to make for a while. And honestly, sometimes it feels like this is going nowhere, but this is also some form of art, right? I think making videos that seem inherently pointless, expressing your thoughts, which is pretty much what art is actually, isn't always useful. I mean, it can be useful, but it's not always useful. And I think just accepting it, like just understanding that and acknowledging that, you know, stuff isn't always gonna be helpful. Stuff can just be weird, just random, useless. But that's fine. Anyway, I can manage with that. That's a decent enough enchantment, and I think that's gonna be all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching this very cluttered video, but I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow, and bye bye.